radio. I found out that's what it was. I'm up there messing around with my radio, Ranger radio, and I play with keep cutting it off. Wait a few minutes, cut it back on, and got the police coming all up. Damn.
It ought to be on there now, 15-4. I thought that webcam camera had built-in microphone. It may have. I just didn't have. It didn't recognize it, I guess. So I'll have to get that set up later.
My news just says live stream is starting soon.
I don't know. Maybe that's the other one. There should be another one.
Okay, let me back out of it. Or you get bogged down that way.
Tonight's movie on Svengoolie is The Return of the Vampire with Bela Lugosi. Yeah, I don't know the rest of those people. You know what Bella means, crazy man?
No.
Beautiful.
Well, most time I'll be hanging around some beautiful women. That's a ugly one.
Yeah, you say Bella Bellissimo.
I just try to tip the face. I do like wrap my tongue around my throat. Don't want to talk like that like I used to. Good God, I couldn't understand what the first thing I said.
10-4. Yeah, that 15-4. Somebody knows it's on there. There's 2 people watching it there, 4 people. So it must be doing something. I don't know. I hope it's got audio.
Yeah, it's working fine. It's working fine. Ain't no doubt about it. Sound real good.
Tim Roger, appreciate it. Yeah, I tried running it the first time with that regular webcam with the built-in microphones, but I didn't let the computer see it first, so it didn't recognize it on the live stream, so I'll have to do that another time. Appreciate you checking on it.
Yeah, right. It seems to be working damn up on this end. All right, mighty fine. We getting out of this one, getting back to the radio.
10-4. Yeah, crazy man, what you talking on over there tonight? Old Radio Night. 10, what is it, the 6th? Yeah, 10/6/2018. What's that crazy man talking on over there tonight?
What, DO4? Gotta be as smart as it. Gougy, Togo, you going? 4-inch challenge. Might be 8 challenge in it. I ain't got to find out anyway. I ain't got matching none of them buttons because I don't know what's what. And get an upper lower side band, 2 black hammers in the front of it, get 2 meters on it. That's all I can see of. Got a meter. That's our meter I got on top of it. I can tell what I'm putting out on it. That's all I got. I might a little bit later, might crank up that Ranger radio here. I hope it works. They call me 116, you crazy man. Full frog and 2 ducks, can't leave them out.
10-4 in the Galaxy Saturn. Let's doing a good job there. You got some echo in there, and that's good. You got a little something going on.
Hello, somebody has ever been messing in and out. They ain't touch them. Probably who might have did where he was over here.
Yeah, it's fine. Leave it like that.
What tandem? Right, Joe?
Yeah, 15-4. He got his beams fixed today. I think he told you that, didn't he?
Whose beams right?
15-4. Got his beams put back up.
Oh, yeah. I think he did tell me that.
Roger. You got to get over here and get mine back up again there. Just got to do a little bit more with the rotor control cable on it, and then I'll put it back up there. Been doing too many other things.
I know you're right. I wish I could put up the tower off there. Keep on talking to this black dude that's going to this ring back. Maybe he might let me put up a tower over there. I don't know. That'll be real close to them trees. Well, you go ahead and 21, we gonna need a helicopter to work on your beams, ain't no doubt about it. But we did get the beams back up in the air, so we started on this Spranger 497. Said it gives Monty 6 elements. We talking on the vertical side, and that's pretty much what we talking on the leg coast. Right after this, we gonna go back to the ground plane. We just want to make sure these beams was working correctly.
Well, they sure are working good. Is when you're on those beams, is Crazy Man putting a bigger signal on you?
Yeah, Crazy sounds real good, man. That Galaxy sounds real good to me.
See there, Crazy Man? He gave you a good radio check.
Yeah, I like that. Crazy, thank you very much. I get it out in a minute. I not stutter. I did it that time, though.
Did red light already get to the house?
I don't know. I tried to get a hold of him to see who he was talking to. He didn't come back to me. I called him Dear Gus and everything else. He still didn't call me back. I stopped by and gave him some Kool-Aid there. He can take it home and he can flip the top on it, or he can eat his steak and drink his Kool-Aid.
410.
You know what Kool-Aid is, don't you?
Yep. I've been known to used to have a few of them.
Now, that's where I got Star Patrol said Kool-Aid. That's who got the name for that. He keep on saying what he said to come up, but he said, I wouldn't get you. He said he likes Kool-Aid anyway. It's a different kind of Kool-Aid.
Okay, it being said, I don't hear anybody else right now. I'm talking on this. I'm talking on a Johnson like I did last week. Johnson Messenger 223 with a D104 and I don't know, Night Ranger and myself. What was it? Last night, I went and checked around on the different frequencies on this thing, and he was surprised at where he found me at there on his Kenwood. His Kenwood was hunting me down. So anyway, I was surprised myself there. I was trying to get my B&K Cobra Cam 88, the D104 hooked up on it, but it's got that real old-timey 4-pin microphone plug, and a lot of the wires were broke off in there, and I had to heat it up and try to pull them out with a needle nose pliers, and it was kind of rough, doing that, holding the soldering iron on the pin, trying to pull the wire out. I needed another hand there, but then I tried to put them back in, and it was getting late, so I let it set. I could have brought it out and talked on the hand mic like I did before, but I'll see about using it next week. Yeah, we're on channel 12 there. Let's see, Stovepipe up in Illinois there. Wants to know what channel we're on. We're on channel 12. Isn't that right, Crazy Man? Okay. How about that Sundance? You out there? You got a good signal, but the modulation's down. Maybe get up a little closer to the mic and talk a little bit louder. Okay, that's better. I can hear you. Yeah, stovepipe, I don't think you're going to have too many conditions there in Illinois, but maybe might slip in there and scare us there a little bit. But yeah, Sundance, I can get you in there. Oh, Keith, somebody else is talking. Let me stand by.
I didn't nobody out there. What are you?
Hello, come in. I hear you out there. Where you at there, break? Might be Skip right there, crazy man.
Might be. It sounds like it. I'm back on the ground plane now. I don't hear nothing.
Yeah, he just came in there for a short.
Only one I got this Ranger right there now.
Oh yeah, that nice and loud right there.
And that's RCI 2985DX Ranger Radio with Upper Lower Saraband.
Yeah, that was doing great. I'd stay on that in there for a while.
Yeah, 410. That's the one I got from 92.
I know it.
I got to be careful that don't get it so far apart. That's what so easy. I put it in there real careful. I told everybody else they get close to the radio, it's gonna hurt you.
You ought to mummify it with a half a roll of electrical tape.
Ponytail told me you should have. They said they had it on the books. They didn't have it over on the shelf. They said you be careful. There might be 2 or 3 weeks you had some more in there.
Okay. You should have pulled on his ponytail. One of them fell right on out of his mouth.
You wouldn't let me get that close to it. You behind the camera, I couldn't get by that. By the time beat me out of this radio, no. I can't get divorced when I was on radio. I only got married to this, and now when I got over here, they're pretty stronger. They're married to that, and ain't nobody can get it.
10-4. Let's see how the radio looks with the lights out.
Be my quarter wide. That bombs out there. Hello, bombs. Yeah, I know I'm in the mud right now in the Mobile, but top of the evening time. That's time for it. You tell us what you're talking on, because 21 got that tape roller. I'm in 15-4. I'll be talking on the Galaxy HP tonight in my Mobile. Got a Wilson 1000. And I'm talking on with a Palomar 225. Oh, you sound good. I can hear you much better on that radio. I had that Galaxy cranked that while ago. And both of them big and got big handles hanging out on the each side. So I would have to take 2 people towards this. We only wanted to train myself though. Yeah, I just got back yesterday from Daytona Beach. I've been out of town for a week. But yeah, top of the evening time, I'm actually Mobile right now. I gotta go pick up my son at Walmart on St. James, so I'm gonna be mobile when I'll be listening, but I'm gonna be mobile when top of the evening time there, crazy man. Also to you 21, it'll be me, 388 Bones, and we're standing by.
All right there, Bones. Have a good one, man. We'll catch you on there. We'll be in here listening. Sounding good on that radio. Back out.
bones are sounding real good in North Charleston. That mobile is smoking. Not this quarter walk radio. Talk about that cigar you got stuck in your mouth there. This radio, this range of radio, though, 21. I can see my needle bounce like a doggone windshield rubber. When y'all talking, you put your all the way in the strawberry patch. That big galaxy got on the power, that needle don't work at all.
Right, okay.
As long as it's working, I ain't getting nobody go with it. Ain't nobody going in nothing on this factory.
That's right. Yeah, they those Galaxy Saturns, they kind of finicky, man. Kind of finicky.
You got that right. I learned that lesson a long time ago when I had that other base station. I let them stop and skid around in that and get whoop, that's it. That's D4. Yes, sir. You can tell more than that radio, don't you? Bring that back. I say you can tell what got more than that radio. Yes, sir. But that Galaxy sound pretty good too, but the RCI is a Ranger. I got that from 92, the other one I got it from Roadrunner. Same price. Is that right? You got a good deal. Just both of them are talking. Yeah, $250 each. You got no wrong with that. And that one I got from Roadrunner, I got this came out in the showroom. Damn, that shit, these big videos out, I put a cover over them. You say you put a cover over them? Yeah, I don't want them to catch a cold. Oh, okay. I gotta help myself on that.
How about that 1940? 1940, you out there?
Yeah, he never takes you back. That 21?
Yeah, 10-4, yeah. I've texted him on the phone and on the email.
Unfortunately, he's doing all right then.
I guess so. He said just taking it one day at a time. I don't dig into it. I let him tell me whatever he wants to tell me, you know.
Yeah, 410. Got that right. The 21, you come to 45, essentially you got back off of the cruise?
Negatory. I don't know if he even came back.
Oh, yeah, he's back. He's out for somebody today. Ain't quite get back to the radio and get you. Yeah, I talked to 45 there on the 2-meter around 1 o'clock, 1:30 today.
So you talked to him on 2 meters?
Yeah, 10-4.
Is Randy still on there, head of the net? You know what I'm talking about?
That time I talked to one of them guys, he was a 10-man, junk man. He said, then you two out there. On that 2-meter band.
Yeah, he was head of the net there, KOE, whatever, king of everything they called him, the blind man. You didn't know the Ladson Mafia?
No, I haven't. I need to talk to him now.
Okay.
I hate these cars with those blue lights. They drive for headlights. Man, those things hurt my eyes. You'd be looking at my eyes, that blonde's the fool out of me.
Those are not. Those are bad. But you get one that's got the discharge type, and it'll tear your radio up if they're right by you.
Oh, I didn't know that. If you call it buzzing sound like you got a buzz in your radio reaction, that's a bad like causing it.
It'll tear up their stuff too.
I bet you will, all that noise in it.
I don't see how the FCC let them get away with that. I guess they couldn't control that part of it.
I wish they never put them in there because they're buzzing the fool out of you during the daytime. Last night.
All right, got Mark Tiger out there. Okay, well, we try to be out here every Saturday. I just got to improve this audio on this thing. I'm going to try to get Night Ranger to teach me a little bit more about that OBS studio operator broadcasts, whatever it is. I've got it on my computer, but it's pretty well complicated, and so I tried launching it one time and it didn't do anything, but I need a higher rate of streaming from Comcast, but they don't want to give it up. They want to charge me $60 for 200, and I don't need 200. I only need 4. I got 1.7. I'm not paying $60 to get 196 that I don't need. But if you're a new customer, you get 10. I said, but if you've already had your plan, they won't upgrade you to 10. I thought that's stupid. Here I've been paying all these years, and you don't know what you're going to get when you get a new customer, and you're going to give them the candy right away. Shit. I said, that's okay. I'll outlast you whenever you get tired of just giving that little 1.7 out. You'll eventually go up, and then I'm not, I'll be right there waiting. How about that? Let's see, Bullseye or 987. I emailed 987 and Roadrunner to let them know that we'd be out here.
Hey, 21, with the audio thing, how come it's just on the transmit side and not, your voice comes across nice and clear?
I hadn't figured that out yet. Maybe it likes my voice. I don't know.
Yeah, but if it was just screaming ability, then your voice would be messed up too. But that's not that way. It's only what's coming out of the radio like that.
10 Roger. All right. Well, I'm going to try another setting on this microphone and see if that'll help there. I hear you out there, but I don't know where you're at. Where are you? Come on. Macedonia? Okay, who's that in Macedonia? I didn't get it all. I don't want to try to say what I didn't hear. So, but you're moving around in the mobile. You said no, and you just got something, but I didn't hear the rest of it. Can you hear him there, 15-4?
Not on the ground plane. I don't hear.
10-4. I'm over here kind of sort of near Cane Bay High School, back in that way. So you're in Jamestown. 10-4. That's out there with 1-2-3, the bootlegger. He's out there too, right? I know you're talking, but I can't really understand what you're saying. It's hard for me. If I knew, if I've been talking to you for a while, I would be able to understand you. But you're right in there with the noise, you know. I hear you, and I pick out maybe every other word, but it's rough there. You said something about, do I talk to him or talk to somebody? Okay, you're just wondering if I knew who? Say it again. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, that's bootlegger. 1-2-3, 10-4. Okay, you over there at his place? Roger. Okay, well, when you talk to him, tell him 21 said hello there, Roger. All right, man. Take it easy. Crazy man.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, last night, what was happening? Somebody right by me over here was on one channel over, and they were so close. I actually thought they were on this channel. I thought they were off frequency a little bit, but I'm not used to the radio that much. And I started just flipping around, and boom, there they were. And they were over there, yeah, and saying all kind of cuss words and all like that. And key the mic and all, can you hear me? Ha 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 and all that, So I went over there and I said, okay. So then I then kept on with all of the cussing and all. That's whenever I said I'm gonna go inside, and I just cut off the radio.
Yeah, 14. I heard him one time before out there on the radio. I got what channel you was on.
Yeah, he was on 13, right over. He was so close. I mean, he was like in my yard. No, he wasn't, but he'd have to be closest he could be to me would be a quarter of a mile away.
Yeah, 14. Yeah, I heard everyone is at an airplane. I hate people like that. I don't want to hear nobody do all that cussing out there. I don't want to pick it up. My sister slapped the fool out of it if I do see it.
Yeah, I think I know who it was, but I'm not going to pursue it. Yeah, it's okay. I don't want to stir up any trouble. But if, anyway, I think I might know who it was there. So I just let them know that. And, but anyway, I wasn't going to get my truck and ride right over there and shine the lights on this pickup truck sitting in this yard there.
Yeah, 14. After you talking about it, yeah, I know who that is, too. I ain't gonna mention no names, though.
10-4. You got Butterbean there, Butterbean. Oh, Butterbean. He's in Georgia.
10 on Georgia. Butterbean in Georgia.
What's up there, Rudder Rat?
What's happening, dude?
Man, did you get the email?
Yeah, I seen something you sent there. Exactly what?
I was out here a minute ago, and I had to go back in the house. And so I figured I'd come back out here for a few more minutes.
Yeah, I sent you an email. It's going to be a live stream, but I got that thing is funny. That live stream, you click on there, you have an upcoming event, and it won't let you get off of it. Even if you go live early, it'll still say you got an upcoming event. It'll trap somebody on that thing, and it never will start, So it may have two of them at one time. But anyway, yeah, the Road Runner. Let me stand by and let Crazy Man holler at you. And it's 15-4 out there and some other folks.
Roger. All right, Road Runner. No, you'll get Ranger Radio over here talking back to you. I still got the oven over here that's plugged up too. That's the only thing I have to do, switch antennas on.
Well, I can't hear you real good, but hello, and hope you're doing okay up there in the Scummerville. Come out.
Yeah, boy, Ken. Yeah, this is Bedford. This RCI 2985DX radio there. Look up a little side band. Looks just like that one that I got from you there. The other one is a bit stronger though. This is Bedford one.
Yeah, right. Well, nothing new. Same old junk. Same President Radio. It's got a few issues, but it still works.
Yeah, the old gas at 33 is still working in my truck. That's why I ain't phoned it to you yet.
Roger. Well, did you get over all your ailments?
Yeah, most of it, no, all of it. My legs are still giving me a fit there. Give me a hard time in my right. He said I can take it over off. I told my sister to call him and see how long I'm supposed to wait before the brakes get worn off. He said somewhere between 6 to 8 months. I said, oh my goodness.
Well, I've been kind of busy lately, having to help out with my
Cut that off. I'm tired of looking at it.
my parents here, and both of them has got dementia and all kind of crap. Things have kind of changed a little bit for me. Kind of put the kink in my day there, Roger.
Yeah, Martin, I understand that. I just had to ask you how you're doing. I think you told me.
What kind of signal you got on me up there?
Oh, I got about 3 pounds on you on this Ranger radio. Neither works on this and the other one don't.
Well, the meter must be off on this radio here, because I don't get too good a signal on people, but I think maybe the meter's not right or something. Power adjustment or something.
And the other one I got from you now, I put a meter on it, and I can see the meat putting out, and I see you on the other meter. You go up to around 5 or 6, and as far as it goes.
Roger. I do have a vertical up back there I was using, but when that storm was coming this way, I took it down and hung it on the fence, and I ain't put it back up yet, so I felt like messing with it. And I get back around to doing something out here one of these days. All I got up right now is a one diaphragm in the backyard. And dummies come out here putting in all that fiber optics, dig up the yard, then a bunch of dummies, some contractor for SCG went in the backyard and done a big asshole hole in the backyard. And they piled all the mud back in it and left about an 8x8 place back there that looks horrible now, and they got no grass in it. And then dummies went off and left all their stuff in the backyard, marking off all right. They never came back. I guess they forgot about it.
Yeah, unfortunately, somebody messed up my yard right now. We get on the horn on them.
You still got your order up there at your house?
Who is that? Yeah. Yeah, most time he stays out of his bedroom out on the front porch. They'll find out he's using that front bedroom to make me tear that porch down.
Thought you might have moved him out in the garbage
did a few weeks ago. He tried to burn my porch down.
Oh, Lord. Oh, well. That's what happens when you got people living with you sometimes. I might have two older people living with me if things don't change. I'll have to move them in over here and that'll be fun.
You have fun until you will pull it real fast. Hey, you got left, you be pulling them out.
Have 3 old people over there then.
Well, I have two of them with dementia. Can't remember 2 seconds. Whatever you said to them, the next 2 seconds you can ask them now what the hell you said. One of them's bedridden and the other stays in the bed all the time, so. And trying my wife up the wall on the video.
Yeah, they got to be about 85 at least.
Usually I can't remember exactly. She's up in her 80s, high 80s, but she had a stroke, you know, and she'd all messed up in the head. And he's just getting dementia and it's taking, you know, it's taking his memories away, so he's 86. Going on 196.
Oh,
Your parents have both passed away.
Yeah, I don't have any family left, man. They're all gone. Well, the one, my mom and dad's gone, and grandmother and all of them are all gone. My sister's still around, but, you know, she don't call and talk to me any, so I guess they're kind of not really in the picture. They don't really have anything to do with me.
10-4. I know what you mean on that.
I understand that, Roadrunner. Your sister. She's too far up Papa Hayes.
Yeah, she got her head all stuck up there, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Every time I go over there to Papa Hayes, that mama's house over there in Papa Hill, off of High State, they're high upstairs. And I said, where's Wayne at? Oh, he's going off. I said, hey, his wife going to it? Yep, she's going to it. I heard somebody walking upstairs. I knew it was upstairs. They didn't want to come down.
Yeah, I don't hear that now and then no more. I don't even attempt to call them. I mean, I went to her daughter's funeral in a couple of years now, and she said she was going to keep in touch, but I don't know. She must have dementia too.
My being never can tell you ain't around that Papa Hayes. There's really that bar up there, half partner. Well, another guy up there was running a bar up there. Evening time, everybody.
I don't know, they own part of that bar or own some kind of part of it or something. I don't know. That thing's way up the road there, around somewhere in Santee or somewhere. I don't know. All I know is I ain't going up there. I ain't lost nothing up there.
Yeah, that's right. Stand by for a short there, Roadrunner. Who's that you just keyed up in there? Come on in. Yeah, Roger, I just wanted to holler at y'all. Old Slammer's had a screwed up day, and I'm just stepped in for a minute, and I'm fixing to step back out. I just wanted to wave high five to everybody, 21, Crazy Man, Roadrunner, everybody. Old Slammer's back out. That team 4 in there too now.
Get around there, Slammer.
Yellow Slammer 21 reading the mail.
Telephone. Yeah, I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a good evening. I'll turn that time out. You take care. I haven't found one out there. Try to take it easy. Yeah, I'll take a couple more cool hot days after that. After Wednesday, it gets pushed sucked up and down around 80s and 70s. Telephone. That'd be nice. Yeah, I think my damn motor screwed up my damn truck today, so it's just been a real screwed up day. Hey, you're in back my generation. ought to yell at him. Okay, all right, you take care. I'm the governor.
JT, what kind of new radio you sporting up there?
Oh, I don't, well, the newest one I got is old. It's a Courier Royale. You know, I call it my pimp radio. It looks like should belong to a 1970s pimp, Superfly. You know, it's purple with a royal crown on it. And that's gold and purple. And I call it my Super Pimp radio. But I'm going to get it working there. It needs some capacitors put in it. And that'll be a radio I'll be messing with pretty soon. I'm just on the Johnson Messenger 223 right now.
I used to have one of them old Johnson Whiteface radios. It actually worked. It didn't work great, but it worked.
Yeah, I got about 5 or 6 of those daggum things.
Oh, whatever happened? I think you give it to someone. This one was a chrome-plated part of it was, I think. It was nasty inside, though. It looked like half the pig that Charleston lived in it.
Yeah, that's the trouble with the Johnson radios. They got that open cabinet, and the dust and dirt and all falls straight down into there. And that's a downfall on that because all of that garbage gets around in the tube sockets and all like that. So even at this radio here, it's basically a Messenger 2, the black-faced Johnson that they turn sideways in a bigger chassis, and that's the same chassis as that, you know, what I just said, and they put 23 on the end of the 2. So 223, and they put, you know, a meter and your channel and your you know, stuff like that, and the mic connector where the Messenger 2 and the Messenger 1, which they call the white-face Johnson. I don't know why, because it was chrome front. It was hardwired straight in the bottom.
Well, when they were cleaned up, they looked pretty good. Kind of looked like a big old rectangle tube radio. I should have kept my. I had a Lafayette. I don't remember the name of it now, but it was a pretty good looking radio. And a friend of mine that known for a long time had one when he was a young person and talked on it a lot. So I gave him that one. And fell down all that, or anything out of it. I guess I should have kept it.
Yeah. There's only a couple more radios that I've always wanted to get. That Courier Royale was one of them. I still want to find a cover for it. It's a purple cover with gold trim with the Courier Royale symbol on it. Looks like a Crown Royal bag. Looks like a big Crown Royal bag. I've been tempted to get a bunch of those Crown Royal bags and get somebody to sew them all together and make me a Frankenstein bag to put on it there.
That'll work. Sometimes you gotta, they do, sometimes if you can't get the stuff. That's the bad thing about all that stuff back in the day, a lot of it wound up in the dump, abandoned, and they don't tell you how much of that stuff's still hanging around in people's attics from years and years ago. Probably not as much as it used to be. A lot of the older folks that played on the radio, they're all gone now. They're all down there feeding the worms now. There's a lot of those old radios that are really neat looking and work pretty well, but just so there's much activity on the radio like there used to be until the band over. It's amazing. You don't hardly hear anybody on the radio much CD-wise, and then when you get them, and you can't get a word in edgewise.
Yeah, 10-4. Okay, well, hang on just a minute. Somebody's wanting to get in there. Go ahead. He's off now.
That is Gotta get room runners stand by. He ain't coming in. Well, I'm out here, but that wasn't me. Oh no, that's 45, y'all.
What's up, 45?
Ain't much. Just getting ready to get in the shower and head on over to my buddy's house to watch a fight on TV.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you said on TV there. Who is it? Is it MMA or something or what?
I don't believe so. I don't really know what I'm going to watch this time. It's some kind of big fight, and I'm gonna go over there and watch that. It's on the satellite. I'm in number 3. First go over there and meet you to that 45. Yeah, 10 folk. Yeah, that's right. I'm going over to his place.
Boy, Crazy Man put you on blast, didn't he?
Well, I mean, it don't matter. It's my buddy, number 3. We're gonna watch a fight. I don't know. Some of the people, I don't know everybody over there. I've been over there before to watch them. It's that pay-per-view, but we ain't exactly paying.
Yeah, 10-4. Yeah, one thing about Crazy Man, he'll find out. He'll find out something now.
Well, it wasn't no secret. He probably told Crazy Man about it earlier.
10-4. No, I'm just messing with you.
Hello, that 45. How you been doing? You must be doing pretty good. You had him from number 3. Every time you get out the hall for him, he never gets you. I've been around. I hadn't been able to reach him. I hadn't been able to reach you neither in the daytime. But I've been doing okay. Last week I was just whipped, man. Totally whipped. I couldn't make it out here. And then the week before that, I was out of, I think I was on the cruise or something. Yeah, you said you were going out on a cruise. You mean you better have that. Yeah, I'm not trying to get that antenna, that co-right from number 3. It's been bringing it over to me the last 2 weeks. I ain't seen it yet. Yes, I want to hook that rascal up with my Ranger radio over here. I just got that fixed. It gets old taking that co-wires off the back of each one of these radios over here. Oh, Joe. Yeah, speaking of that stuff, man, I got to get my better studio controllers over there, Dusty. I need to take care of that. That thing was too expensive. I use it for music too, so. But I hate to let that thing get all dusty like that, man. That's the Tascam too, man. That's the good one. I mean, this one here's good, but that one's even better. And I'm putting that on my Yaesu for my 80-meter operation. But shoot, I got it out, man. It's just not good. it's pretty dusty. I know you're right.
What happened to 15-4?
Were you reading the mail?
10 Roger, well, I just wanted to ask you, I changed the position on this microphone I'm using for the live feed. I was wondering if it did anything at all.
I'll go down there and take a look. I can't be on the radio and look at it. I get big old.
Okay. Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to say this setting here is number 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm going to try this one. This one is supposedly the omnidirection, side to side. And I'll try it for a minute, and I'll flip it over to the other one, and I'll say 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe let me know which one you think sounds better. I know it's a pain, but I got to do something to get it sounding, that watery sound out of there. I'll let you know when I got it pulled up. 410. Yeah, I hate that watery sound. It doesn't always happen, but you can't really get an idea. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, I had that problem when I first started doing these things with Movie Maker. It would try to have the microphone in the computer running the same time as the external microphone would be running. And, I tried to disable it, and it would work most of the time. But if you didn't check it, every time you went to do one, it would be back on again. So I got to where I had to check it every time. Now, this is a different computer here, and I don't use Movie Maker on it because it wasn't available for Windows 10, even though I started out with Windows 8 and it went to 10. No. That's on the other computer. This one here always had 10. But anyway, it's no longer available. And if you do upload it, you're uploading it from a place you may not know what you're getting when you upload it. So I never did. So I'm just using YouTube live stream. And I don't see any place to check to see if that microphone is on or not. And I'm pretty sure I got it disabled. I think it's something else. I think it's my streaming capability. But like 15.4 said, it doesn't do it when I talk, but it does it when the radio, when y'all talk.
Yeah. Well, I know what you're talking about, and I've got mine. I haven't made videos in a while, but those videos that I made, 21, I had it plugged in straight to the sound blaster. So I'm getting like pristine, the audio just that comes out of the speaker of the radio. If I ever get a chance, I know you said you don't want to do that, but I know how to do that, and if I ever get time now, we can come out and experiment with that over there at your place. But that's the way I had mine set up, man. Never had any trouble with it.
And you were doing live videos?
Yeah, I could do live videos with it like that. But I'm trying to remember how I did it. I had it hooked up in a way you could hear me too. I just got to remember how I had it. But yeah, I had it plugged straight up to the out of the external speaker jack and over to the sound card. And I just, before I started the video, I would make sure that I didn't have it turned up too much where I would get distortion. And it would sound. Well, you've seen some of them old videos I made years ago. You could, the audio was really good on the coming out of the radio. But I did it. Yeah, that's how I did it.
Yeah, I can do that too. I've got a auxiliary jack on a Cobra 2000. I've done that before. Plug it right into the computer, into the microphone jack, out of the auxiliary jack, and they can hear me. But what I'm talking about, when I use Movie Maker, it doesn't have the problem of the watery sound. Only when I do the live stream on YouTube's live stream. There's several other things, apps you can use for live stream, like OBS, but it's so complicated. I haven't mastered it yet. But anyway, when I do a Movie Maker, there's no distortion in it at all. Then I just upload it. Never has had any distortion, real good audio. But when I'm doing this live thing, it's tries to watery sound it some. But see what it is, I'm streaming with 1.7 gigabytes of streaming capability from Spectrum, and they say that read up on it that I should have a minimum of 4. To get 4, they want me to go up to 200, and that's $60 more a month, and I'm not going to do it.
Oh yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. What's going on? Yeah, it's giving you a digitally pixely type of sound. Yeah, that's unfortunate there, but that's true.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. And to be honest with you, it's easier to do it this way than it is the Movie Maker way, because I have to do it with that, and then I have to go in and wait for it to upload and play around with it. Push this. Are you ready to upload it? Are you ready to upload it? And I'm thinking, I was ready to upload it when I put it in there. Go ahead and upload it, and then all that. So anyway.
Raji. Okay, man. Well, I just wanted to come out here and say hello to everybody. Haven't been out here in a few weeks, and all that good stuff, man. I hear everybody's doing okay, and hear everybody's voice out there. But we'll catch y'all later. I'm gonna go and get my shower and try to go over there to number 3s and watch this fight and catch y'all later on.
410, man. Have a good one. Glad you got back from the cruise, and hope nobody fell overboard, and hope everything was fine, and you didn't get any brain-eating amoebas in your brain from swimming in the water, and everybody's fine. All right, back out. Yes, sir. Come on.
I listened to you boys' whole conversation, and everything was up to snuff. It just was a small change in there, but really not enough to mention. But it was nice and crystal clear, and I don't have a problem with the way that conversation went.
Okay, well, I got it on the one that looks like 2 circles back to back. It's on the back of the microphone. It's got a one with 2 circles, then one with a full circle, then one with a circle with a dimple in the back of it, and then one with 2 circles pointed back and forward. So I'm going to leave it on this one right here then. When I had it on that other one, it was distorting. So we'll see. I appreciate it.
Get you out of there? You already going there. About a radio night.
That's on the radio. Go ahead.
Hey, it's Bullseye over here, listening to y'all, checking in, giving y'all a wave.
Hey, Johnny, what do I have to tell you? It's only 1.5 for you a few minutes ago. Not an hour ago. Well, but we'll see as soon as the lady that dropped in.
Yeah, hello, Bullseye.
How's it going, y'all? Y'all sounding good. Just listening to y'all sounding good. I figured I'd give y'all a wave. Heard you on a 21. You're on a Johnson Messenger.
Yeah, it's a Johnson Messenger 223. 23 channel radio.
Hey, roger that. I thought that's pretty cool because I went by the antique shop last month and bought a Johnson Messenger Whiteface. It works. It's just that the antenna jack needs a little bit of work on it, and I was going to try to get it going one day. But heard you talking on that. Thought it was pretty cool. I just got the Whiteface one.
Yeah, Roger. Well, basically, they're about the same radio as far as the chassis goes between the Messenger 1, Messenger 2, and Messenger 223. The white face is the Messenger 1, the chrome face one there. It, is rectangular, and you know that. And then the black face Johnson, which is Messenger 2, and then the 223. And they just took the chassis out of those and mounted it sideways and put a meter and a channel selector on it, where, on your Messenger 1 or the Whiteface Johnson, it just got that, 5 channels. And but that radio can do about 30 watts. You just got to go back in the back there and jump that resistor out, but it's not worth it. When you get it right, it'll talk real good.
Yeah, roger that. Yeah, it's got for channels. It's got, I guess it's crystals, and it's got A, B, C, and D, E. So I got to find out what kind of crystals it's got in it, see what channels it's got. But yeah, I was gonna try to get it, maybe fiddle with it to see if I can get it going. But it works. But I didn't key up on it because the antenna jack ain't right.
What's wrong with it? Is the center insulator, that brown stuff, missing out of it?
Yeah, roger that. That's exactly the problem. That little center little thing will push all the way in, and it just won't. It don't fit regular antenna cord.
Now when those first came out, they had a phono plug that it wasn't a regular SO239. It was a female phono plug, like thing, and you had to push that in, push an adapter, put that adapter in there to screw to screw a regular coax onto it.
Yeah, Roger. It ain't normal, so I'm not an expert at it, so I'm just kind of looking at it, trying to figure out, see how to make it work. But yeah, I need to figure that out, see what I need to do to get it to work.
Yeah. Well, is it right there with you?
Yep, it's right here on the shelf.
All right, get it and let me look. Let me look at the back of it with you over the radio. Go ahead, radio check.
What is that?
That sounds okay. Where you at? You where? Oakley, near Oakley. Okay. We're kind of sort of near Cane Bay and Somerville area.
Yeah, well, that's pretty good. I ain't got nothing done to it. I heard y'all talking. I want to see what was going on.
Well, you been out there hunting snakes tonight?
Oh, yeah, we just killed a couple today.
Roger. Well, that's good there. All right, I didn't get you handled numbers or anything, but you made a good trip there. So you take it easy. Have a good weekend.
I'll do the same. Appreciate it.
Red light, that's the bullseye.
Yeah, I'm looking at that antenna, Jackie, and it looks like it probably needs a little bit of work.
All right. Okay. What does it look like? Does it have a place to screw on a coax, or it's just a hole there?
It's got the place to screw on, and when you screw it on, it seems like it don't fit normally, and it's the little hole in the middle. It'll push all the way inside the radio if I'm not careful.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that insulator's broke out of it then. Yeah. Well, you can pick one of them up at up there at Hurricane up there.
Yeah, Roger that. What you just antenna jack assembly?
No. SO239. SO239. Female antenna connector, SO239. It's the one you got on there. It's got 4 holes to bolt it down, or has it got 2, or has it got a nut on it?
It's got 2 screws on each side.
Okay. Well, you can use the one with 4. You just turn it to where the 2 holes line up with the 4, with 2 of the 4.
2 more?
Yeah, that's all it is. That's a good deal. Yeah, man, that's a weird you'd find that at an antique shop.
Yeah, I found the antique shop. It looked nice sitting on the radio, and what attracted me was that mic. The mic was that kind of banana mic that I saw them use that like on that show Lost in Space. They was talking on what looked like a banana mic, and it's got the same kind of mic.
Yeah, it's like a chrome bullet, and it's got like a little slide switch on the side there, and it's a heavy little mic.
Yeah, Roger that. That's what attracted me to it. I saw that, and I said, I'm gonna get that just for the microphone.
Yeah, I've been tempted to wire up one of those to regular radio and see how they sound. The only thing about those mics is that if you talk on them for a long time, it'll wear a hole in your thumb, pushing that little sharp slide switch, because it's got little grooves on the top of it, and it'll, unless you build up a callus there, put on a Band-Aid or something,
Yeah, Roger that. It's kind of, it's unusual, but I thought it was pretty cool. And then when I heard you talking on a Johnson Messenger too, I thought that was pretty cool. That I just got a Johnson Messenger also. So.
Yeah. Well, to find out what channels you got, you know how to do that. It's written right on top of the crystals there. It'll have like T11, and right next to it have R11. Then the next set of them will have like T19 and then R19. It'll be transmit 19 and receive 19, like that. It'll have the numbers there. Usually it has them, and then may have the frequency up underneath it.
Yeah, roger that. Yeah, I'm gonna open it up and kind of look around in it one day when I get brave enough. But yeah, I figure that's pretty cool.
Yeah, those are good radio. Those are good heavy-duty built radios there.
All right, roger that. Appreciate y'all listening to me there. Try to give a wave out to everybody else, 15-4 and Crazy Man and everybody else out there.
Yeah, down for that bullseye. I'm sitting over there trying to keep the doctor away from the heat of my nose.
Roger that.
$15.4 must have went back downstairs or upstairs or somewhere.
I fell down like I do.
Maybe that was him and he keyed on you.
Oh, like it. The Ranger radio started buzzing coming out of it. When y'all talk, I don't hear it no more.
Yeah. Well, something cut on somewhere. Somebody cut something on somewhere. Might be a LED light somewhere.
I thought about that too. Sometimes you see vehicles coming in here. Or you can tell that rascal is out of time because it tells us these radios. Sometimes I feel bad transform out there, but I used to have that over in Del Valley, over in North Charleston.
That's all.
Now, if I can't stand that, I gotta go get me another one. Now that tastes good.
One time there, Bullseye saw a guy on the internet somewhere. I don't know. Been about 6-8 years ago. He had one of those Johnson Messenger ones, or Johnson Viking Messenger, they call it. And he took that radio and left that faceplate there and built it into a console and added speakers on either side and some other stuff there. It looked kind of neat.
Yeah, it's pretty neat looking, just like it is. It's not really got a lot to it, but it kind of looks old, but it looks pretty cool.
Roger. See, that particular radio, they had a lot of different variations of that radio. They had them where they would work on 6 volts and 120 volts or 110 back then, 12 volts and 110, 220 and 12 and 6 volts. Then they had them that was for the business band, that was 30 watts. Then they had them for 10 meter. They had a version of that radio. It's all something like model 242- some bunch of other numbers there, but there was a lot of variations of that same radio, but looking at it, you couldn't tell the difference in front of it.
Yeah, 10-4, yeah. All that's over my head, but yeah, it's a nice looking radio. It's nice looking in the front.
Elvis Presley had one in his limo. It was a 1959 Lincoln Continental, and I got this guy had a picture of it. I've seen the picture of it before, and it was in his limo there, that Johnson Messenger, just like you got.
Roger, yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, if this was his, that'd be extra special.
Yeah, you could sell that. Somebody'd want to buy that for a good little bit of money. There's guys that's hunting that radio on Facebook. There's a group on Facebook that's just for Johnson radios, and there's some of them that's hunting that radio down.
Yeah, I thought I was pretty lucky finding this. It was just kind of sitting back in the corner all by itself, and I thought, well, maybe I ought to get this.
Yeah, there's never anything like that when I go looking in those places, you know.
Yeah, and actually, I passed it up the first day, and then a couple of days passed, and I was thinking about it. I said, well, let me go back. And it was still there, and I snatched it up.
What's up, Maverick?
What's going on, man? I know you had a conversation going on with somebody there. I don't want to interrupt it, but I wanted to, for just a short, to tell you a question about the Johnson thing you're talking about on Facebook. I was wondering if they only mess with Johnson CB radios, or if they mess with other kind of Johnson radios, like commercial band radios and M-band radios. And if they do, what's the name of the site?
It's something about Johnson. I'll have to look it up, but there's one that is got the Johnson ham radio Johnsons on there, and then another one is all things Johnson, I think. But there's a couple of them that have Johnson radios in there with them, like Tram, Sonar, Johnson, fans of Tram, Sonar, and Johnson, and then fans of everything Johnson radio, and they got the Ranger and the Valiant and some of those other ones in there that the guys will talk about too, you know.
I can't hear that. I was just coming in here and was hearing you. And what I was most interested in is not that old stuff, stuff that was in the 90s, the 80s, and maybe the 70s, stuff that was actually commercial band stuff, and that works very well in the ham bands. Anyway, I'm going to sit here and let y'all get back to it. I've been here listening for a while. I'm making mac and cheese, please. If there's any radio night, I need to change radios.
Yeah, it's old radio night there. Yeah, man. Nice bullseye over here next to me over here. He got him a Johnson Messenger 1 there out of an antique shop, and it's like me. I go looking around. They don't ever have anything, and somebody can just walk by the window and there'll be 5 or 6 of them sitting up in a window, like in a hamburger joint. They don't even sell them. They just happen to have them that day. That's the way it works there. All right, there, Maverick. Have a good one. We'll be still in here. You hear him in there, crazy man? Crazy man must have fell out on that bologna sandwich.
No, he shooting my 9 ball ago.
All right, that's Maverick in there. You didn't hear him?
I had a wake copy on him on this off when I got back on my Galaxy. Hello there, Maverick.
Maverick, that's crazy man hollering at you.
Oh, tell him to come back in there and turn the scratch up a little bit. What's going on there, crazy man? Not much. What about yourself, that my goodness? I got that deal going up so down my throat right now. I just make all of it out there, man. I got you in here, but it ain't really loud. I ain't got no tall antenna over here anymore, but I'm probably good hearing you in there. I got a little bit of everything. Not a whole lot, but you doing good over there? Yeah, 14, I am making it doing exactly what I got to do there. Sheesh, I can't have talking back at it, but it's falling like a damn gorilla.
Why don't you put that foot pedal on there, crazy man?
Man.
Throw that thing in high gear, crazy man.
Okay, I got it. I can hold on right there. Yeah, all right. What about that right there? You got me better now? I was still to that time, but it was about the same. It's a real rough, and then real rough. I ain't got no noise, but this is.
Crazy man, turn the power up. Put it on high power.
I got no power down all the way up to 80.
Okay, all right. Well, he said he's getting it's a lot of interference there.
That's 20 minutes him. You got a whole lot of him. I can't say that word. That makes me so mad. Some words I can't say. I can't get it come out.
10-4, that's the good thing about knowing Morse code. You can always tap it out if you can't say it, you know? It's like this right here. So what was that? 21? Oh, that was hello, crazy man. See how you can do that.
Yeah, I don't know the most codes.
What now? Yeah.
That one said? That one said, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about because I don't know Morse code.
I hear you. Somebody else is coming in there trying to do it too there.
What it is that way out there too. I'm around it though, 21. That's something I'm interested in learning. Especially since I got to have license that I'm gonna try to learn that thing, man. I think it'll be pretty bad important. So you said, if you can't say that, you can do that. But if you ain't got a mic, you can just make a bunch of clicks in there and then rush it and some wires out at the end of the mic. If the mic's busted, you get your point across.
That's right. That's right. You know, and if you really wanted to, you could take and stand out there in the yard and take the power line coming into your house and cut it loose and short it out together and send signals that way. Stand out there and put both cables together and let them bang, 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 you know?
I think the Indians did that last painful. It was called smoke signal.
Yeah, I got Crazy Man in there trying it now.
That wasn't crazy, man.
Oh.
That wasn't crazy, man. That was getting down on me. Well, what is that? They put about between 4 and 5 on me.
10-4.
14, could you do it again? 21, where's Maverick at?
Maverick, you up there near, where you at up there around St. George? That's where he's at there, 15-4.
He's going to Highway 64 then. He's right over in there. He's on the right hand side of the water buffer. That's way before you get to Highway 15.
15-4 might be trying to get those beams put on him.
Where's he coming from, 21?
Down North Charleston, around Park Circle area, around in there.
Just a little north of Walterboro. And it's slightly.
10-4, slightly north of Waldoboro.
I'm right on the north of Walterboro. We gonna swing that side.
That's kind of like Snob, isn't it? Slightly north of, no, that's slightly north of Broad. It's your Swab, slightly north of Waldoboro.
Go past 15 there. Highway 15 off of 61 or what?
Crazy man wants to know your zip code.
He wants to what with my zipper?
Oh yeah, crazy. He wants to know why you want to know about a zipper.
Only one photo of it.
Hey Maverick, did that help me any right there? A little bit there. I kicked the radio in a little second gear in the radio only.
I don't know. I reckon it. Give me another 10 pounds over here. It's about the same. And I think the outcome on the movie is about the same, but I don't know about Canada.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to kind of make sure you could hear me up there. I don't have anything hardly on there, but this old radio here's got a switch on the back, and I don't know what all it puts out, but it seems to kick a little better when it's in. So I'm gonna go back down. I don't want to run it high on there. I might burn up a tube or something. I had to beg out.
Alright, come back, let it turn down, because now with the meter, I see what the difference is.
All right, okay. That's back down right there. Back down on the normal side on the radio.
Shit, it's a half a pound, a half a paper, man. I don't need that mess, man. I want you out there.
Yeah, just checking. Hadn't tried the long distance check on it then. So, all right, let me stand by. That 15.4 might be kind of zeroing in on you now. I'm messing him up.
If you don't mind taking a look at mine, I think since it's a radio night, I'm going to switch back over to the middle of my telephone. Maybe not listen to the radio I have. But please, I can just bam and have it up that. I let everyone spit up to the mess around after night. I'm going to switch over to that one. I like the middle of it. It sounds either better or lesser than this radio. I'll be back here in a few minutes. I was that radio you talking on the other night. I heard you loud and proud of that, but it's stronger. More stronger than where you are now.
Hey, Maverick.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, hold on. Let's see if 15.4's got you now.
All right, tell me.
Did you find him? He might be running outside, pulling that beam around with a rope, like I was doing there for a while.
I used to have one right outside my window, and I had a window slid open, I reach up there with that hammer and just slide it open. It'll come like a damn best window there, like the best driver window, and I had the thing mounted up against the house with a pair of vice grips in the pole, and when I wanted to turn it, I'd put out the window, stick my hand out there and turn it. That's how I used to do it. And the indicator right there on the pole. I went out there with the compass, got accurate readings, and moved the sharper and rolled it on that pole, showed it. Redneck mud duck. Yeah, I think we pointed at him now, 21. That's probably as close as we're going to get. But, get even to you, Maverick, he got a great 15-fold waving brake. I got you in there now. What is it, 15-4? Is that the right numbers? That's it. You got it. 15-4. No doubt about it. We just wanted to kind of pinpoint you. We had a grip on you, but I think we got a better grip now that we know where you're at. Get in, please, Maverick, and we can do it again when we can. 15-4, just saying, I'm back on the mill. I will, Roger. I got you in here now, man. I couldn't hear you nothing to all before, but I got you, understand you 100% now. I got no big old signal, but I got a short hand telling that. I got about 30 foot, something like that to the bottom of it. But yeah, got you in here now. I'm going to switch over this old radio, and so I can participate more better in the old radio night. All right, 15 phone catch you in a little bit. We'll be standing by for just a second. I think you might back in. I don't know if I do it. You get around North Charleston, no doubt about it. I'm back on this mill.
There you fireball.
Coming down in the mud.
Fireball, you putting it on him over there that you're going to put it on him that, oh, shoot, Maverick.
I just like messing with old Maverick.
10 Roger. Yeah, did you get flooded out, blown out with a hurricane?
No, the river came from 2 foot to 5 foot, and we got, I think the peak, I'm trying to remember now, was less than 30 miles an hour peak wind that I had recorded on my station. So, yeah, it wasn't nothing to it. What about you?
Nah, nothing over here. Nothing really. Just an old couple of dead trees back in the woods. It was, I'm glad they fell. They were about probably 80 feet high, 2 foot in diameter pine trees that the pine beetles got in. And I was scared to kind of go by them in a tractor. The ground might shake and half the thing fall down on top of me and kill me. So I always had to be aware of where they were at. But they finally fell down, and that was good.
Well, you got some outside firewood. You need to burn all that beetle wood now. Oh, you already tried that.
Yeah, I got to be careful. I set this place on fire a couple of times, and yeah, it was bad. So I kind of watch out now.
And my dad did the same thing up there in North Georgia. He had a bunch of pine beetles he had a bunch of dead pines, and he let a fire get away from him, you know. And sure enough, it didn't burn his house or nothing, or none of his buildings, but it burned up a lot of his property. It hurt him. It hurt his heart. I could tell he was a little different after that, you know.
Oh yeah, man, it scared the hell out of you because nothing you can do. And that pine straw is like gasoline, and it'll burn in the ground and glow down around the base of those trees. And you don't even know it's there. And next day, the damn place will be on fire again.
Yeah, the wind will blow and it'll poof back up. You're talking about it like a Carolina Bay?
Yeah.
And had them over here on my property. When I first bought it and was trying to clear it out, of course, you use fire as much as you can when you're trying to clear. And I set a fire in this one pasture out there in the front there when I was clearing it out. And I'm telling you, for a solid month, it might go down. You might be 4 or 5 days. You don't see no fire. You might smell a little smoke. The wind will blow, and next thing you know, it popped back up again. We had about a month of that.
Yeah, man, it's sickening too. It'll wait till you go to sleep at night and bust back open. You know.
That's right.
Well, I tell you what happened to me a couple of times. I was out there and I went and kneeled down to try to grab something, and I kneeled down on the damn thing, and I didn't know it was a hot spot there. I couldn't get up, and it burned like 3 big holes in my knee.
Damn. Out there in the ash? He's walking around out there in the ash?
Well, no, it was down underneath some other pine straw or something, had a hot spot down there. And when I pressed down on it, it hadn't burned through the top yet. But when I pressed down on it, it made contact with my knee, and I couldn't get up right away. I was like, the gravity was against me. I was kind of like downhill trying to back uphill, and I just was flopping around, and and I finally got up. But it's all healed up now, but I got a couple scars on there, but everything's fine. Just like a red spot, that's all. No big distortion, just a red place, couple red places there, but I know it burned the crap out of it, man. It hurt like hell, and I know I couldn't move, and I said, oh shit, but I got up, finally got up.
I hear you. Yeah, it's a bitch. You think about those what they call them, the fire jumpers, dudes that jump out the airplane and land on the forest fire and try to put it out, and the hot shots or whatever they call them. Man, that's some crazy stuff. I seen a movie not too long ago. It was about that bad, was it in 2015, 2014 or something, where like 20 of them got 30 of them got burned up or something like that.
Yeah. Well, you know, they got those reflective sheets they take and lay on the ground and pull them over the top of them, but that's not going to really, you know, save them. And that was all they did that, but it still burned them up because that fire, man, it can be like 2,000 degrees, you know. I remember when I was probably maybe 6 or 7, 10, whatever, real young there, you know, they had John Wayne and they had this movie where they was fighting this gasoline oil well fire, and this guy named Red Adair, that's his real name, Red Adair. I never forget it. He was actually the one they made that movie out of. You know, they'd take these bulldozers out there with all kinds of stuff in front of them and try to get out there as close as they could. And they had these silver suits on, and oh man, it's terrible.
And then they set off an explosive and hope that the concussion or shockwave would blow it out once they got it surrounded.
Yeah.
I think I've seen that movie. But this movie was, it was, you know, a modern movie. It's the same guy that was in No Country for Old Men. The guy that found the money out there in the desert. I don't know if you saw that movie, but anyway, he was one of the hotshot guys, you know, forest firefighters. But anyway, it was based on a true story. It's a good movie. I'm trying to think of it, the name of it.
Roger.
The name of it right now.
Roger.
You play much, you will get burnt. I don't have fireball. Oh no, you can't hear me.
Fireball, you can't hear Crazy Man. He must have burned up, Crazy Man.
That got a spark on him.
Maverick, you back out there on the other radio?
Yeah, telephone. This is the old Midland, yeah.
I like that one better. It's more clear and sounds good and good modulation. That there actually sounds, I'm not kidding you, better than the other radio.
That's why I'm trying to tell you, that sounds much better. Roger, appreciate it from both of you. I like this old radio, man. I told you how I got it and stuff and added it there. Man, I sure like this old radio. Man, I don't feel like talking to this dude. Well, if you didn't know before, yeah, you know now, Maverick streams calls.
Yeah, boy.
I tell you, the Tony Moore, he sounds better when I was on the radio and he got when he was talking on. I can hear him much better. Roger, I appreciate it, yeah. This old radio here is old Midland there, man. Sure is. Old Midland 23 channel. I like it. I'd like to find one that's a 40 channel like it there. One of you fellas out here had one the other night. I wouldn't mind picking me up one day. I ain't no big old rush, but I had other things going on, but I sure wouldn't mind one. Maverick is a mud duck. I didn't mean to disappear on you. I had to go snatch a pizza out there and Fireball standing by. Well, I reckon Fireball, I'll just have to go out there and tie some damn clothes hangers on my antenna or something and, you know, make a bunch of tentacles off of it and see if that'll help us out. That ain't gonna help. You know what, though? I'm talking shit. You sound good, man. Well, I got some buzzard damage on my antenna.
Oh, no.
Yeah, something must have run into it. Got the one of the capacitors pushed around the side and the top section bent over about 30 degrees. Anyway, it's not showing SWR problems, so I'm going to just let it ride.
Roger. I wanted to clarify something there, Maverick.
What's that?
You did say you might have to go hang some tentacles on its antenna. Is that what you said?
tentacles on the antenna, you know, like an octopus has or a squid. I would put tentacles, a bunch of them, not like ground planes now. I would put several sets of them on there, and they'd be like tentacles, so that I can reach up and pull myself out of the mud there, right? You see something? You hear that double beat? That means there's deer on my corn.
I thought maybe it was like one of those ornaments that they have hanging on a trailer hitch on the truck sometimes. I thought that's what you was talking about.
Tentacles, not testicles. They are there.
Okay.
Okay, there's somebody about that. You need to grow you some tentacles.
Yeah, grow you some tentacles there, Maverick.
I'm a real bunch of tentacles. Pretty funny. I don't care who you are. Oh, five, man, we got to grow some testicles over there. I got to grow some damn tentacles there, don't you?
Devil.
Damn it, that was funny. Or you laughed at it. It sounded like it was funny.
Crazy man, I got to run inside and get me another glass of water. I'll be right back.
Okay, dokie. Till you get that big giant gallon jug.
Yeah, that big one I got busted open with two sections there. You know, it's like a insulated cup, and went to get it the other day, and all I had was the outside part. I said, "What? This is something wrong with this thing. It's too light." And I looked. I said, well, "Where's the inside part?" And then there the inside part was over there in the disc drainer. So better half must have dropped it or something. I don't know, but it's old anyway. Hey, 500, I got you in there, man. How's it going?
Oh, man, it's going pretty good. You used to complain about it. How about everything on you? You come on.
We doing okay there, feeling all right, and just getting ready to run in there and get us some water. And good to hear you, man. Let me stand by and see if them other fellows can holler at you there. You up there and you up there around Manning and Sumter up that way.
I ain't gonna do with the shit because I got hunters right here in front of my antenna. That's the only thing there is a dog.
500, I'll be back in a minute.
Oh, dear. Unit time, crazy man. Hey, crazy man, I heard you ain't taking unit time. You got it, puppy. Hey, 116, crazy man. 500, waving a hand, please. That's your stinky foot, stinking feet. Yeah, I hear you out there, Russell. Come on back into the kitchen and get you a glass of cold water. Yeah, right on, man. Yeah, little pleasure talking to you, man. How's everything going on there? Come on. Everything's chilling out now. All the people that was over here kept running back and forth out the house and back in the bathroom. The roommate, he had his son and daughter-in-law and two kids over here watching the football game. The kids kept going in and out. And mobile home got a little hot in here. Damn, I'm so glad they went over now and started cooling down now. Yeah, they're right on that. Well, your mosquitoes ain't about to do too well, is it? How's your wife doing? Is she doing okay on her feet? You said you were now? I think your wife's feet doing okay? There's somebody keyed up with you. Somebody must have ran close to me. You keyed up with you. But I ain't crazy, man. I just want to wave a hand at you, man. I try to wave a hand at all you guys, but not about it. They take it easy. They really good care, Mr. 116. Hey, crazy. Oh, no, Mother Nature took him away from me. Well, God, I can hear him real loud and clear, and he disappeared on me. just want to bump it down. So you in the tree. It has been a while since we had the opportunity. So we gonna take advantage. 5 appreciate the bump down. 15-4, you know who it is. I'm back on this mail. Real good copy. 15-4. Always a pleasure, big brother. Sounded real good too. Take care. 15-4. You talked about night about 3 or 4 months ago. He put that doggone hot dog, fancy doggone antenna up in that doggone tree. He'd be whipping ass. Give me now 3 months. I guarantee him I'm gonna have me a towel put over in the back of the field over here. We're talking about the black guy about it. He say, oh yeah, you can roll right by there. You can keep your eye on my property then. I'll be bringing a whole lot of equipment over there to set in the field and need somebody to watch it. I said, good, I can put my towel up there. You say, I don't care how you put it. You talk on it. Wake up. He might got his feet on fire. Might need to set his ass on fire. There's people over here up under my antenna. Have them go hunt the dogs tomorrow. They might be able to find the dogs tomorrow. Them dogs having them a good old time running through the woods. Well, you on top of this antenna, ain't you? Then what now? Fireball said they're under the antenna. I said, well, don't that mean you on top of the antenna? Oh, okay. Never can tell. Yeah, but they like 20-pound clothes there, Roger. Like maggots. Roger, they on a close frequency there. This one. This one. Well? Yeah. Tell them son of bitches they better pump it up. They must be really right under your antenna on walkie-talkies. I don't hear any rings up us. They crazy, man. You just got that a minute ago. Stand by a second. Let me see. Yeah, tell us where they at. We go over there and join that channel. They must be talking on walkie-talkies, crazy man. I don't hear a thing. I don't see mine neither moving. About a minute ago, they was. What channel that boy is on? What channel? This one. Roger. 105. You said 105. Oh no, they must be got number 2.
Stingray up in North Carolina said hello to y'all out there.
They stand by. I tell them, hello back.
He heard you. He can hear you.
Bambo! Up from that tell you that.
Went and got me a glass of tea and a couple of crackers.
Let's go ahead and take the whole pack. Bet a couple of crackers, you have the whole pack, you don't have to worry about go getting more.
Yeah. I don't want to eat too many of them. Give me heartburn. But anyway, already had something give me heartburn already tonight. Had to take some Maalox tablets.
Come on. I know Arkansas got something like that out too. Got all different kind of taste in it. Knock that doggone heartburn out of there.
Oh, yeah.
I go to the drugstore tomorrow and get my rest of my drugs. My medicine. People that take drugs. God, tell me, go get them, go get them, take them. what you do, don't let that pill just in your mouth over a split second, do you be making faces.
10-4. What's Fireball got some hunters over there?
Yeah, they on town. They're bleeding all over me, he said.
Oh,
They on out of there now.
okay.
Fireball said he needs to borrow some tentacles. Yeah, I gotta need a tentacle than a testicle. Testicles I got. Oh no. When you got testicles and no tentacle, that's fucking bad. Fuck is a tentacle? You get it, don't you, 21? You got testicles and no tentacle, Lord of mercy, that's terrible.
Roger. I'm recording now, so be careful.
Sorry about that. Yeah, Roger, yep. Apologies on this end, too. The dude's bad customer out there, they get on 21 about it.
Yeah, I just don't, but anyway, but yeah, I'm glad it's kind of cooling off in the weather right now. It's getting better at night, man. I tell you, it's we had a heck of a summer so far, and I don't know. What y'all think? We're gonna have a cold winter or a mild winter?
You gotta find a field we could have a cold winter, cause cold. You gotta hear this next week. They're saying they're supposed to during the night supposed to be around 65 and 60, 68.
Roger.
That's good sleeping, bro. That's kill all the mosquitoes out of there. I sure hope we had a mild one. I don't like no cold, none at all. 21, can't stand it. It's pretty nice here the way it's being in the daytime, and at night that's real nice. And we got a pretty good little shower here this morning, and a pretty good little shower here right about dark time here tonight. Yeah, we did too. We got a shower, nice one this morning. I'm so glad I had my windows closed up in my truck that everything in the back of it got soaking.
I got to go put Annie up.
I wonder what you're treating them doggone rabbits again, eh?
Yeah, barking at something out there.
Might be them rabbits or them squirrels. I'm going up 20. You going up down 20? Fireball, y'all ain't been on the water this weekend? Hey, Fireball. It was out here a while ago. I don't know what happened to it.
I think he said he's going up to channel 20. I don't know.
I went up there, I didn't hear nobody.
Roger.
Fireball's going to 20?
Huh?
Yeah, they were 20 a while ago. I didn't hear him, though.
That's what I thought he said. I don't know. It might have been those hunters up there.
21.
Yes, sir.
Did I hear Fireball say that he had bird problem with his antenna?
Roger. Yeah, something flew by and bent one of the radios or something down on it.
Oh, okay. So I'm not the only one.
Yeah, but his had wings. We have the kind with wings there.
Okay with the weight. The only one always has over them buzzers around the top of his beams there, and he gets up and tries to shoot at them, make them get off of it.
You remember when 92 was putting it up there? They were flying all around, and I had to shoot up the rifle up there.
Yeah, I remember that. He said, damn, them birds come real close.
After I thought about that, I said, I wonder if I was up there like that and I had some crazy guy down on the ground shooting with a rifle up there in my direction, I know I would be thinking, hey, how about cool it with the rifle down there, down below,
Damn, one might slip and come your way.
Yeah, I wouldn't have hit him, but he don't know, and you can't tell from up there what you're pointing there. You see you down there on the ground about the size of a ant, and then you hear a bang. Yeah, I
took a picture of him way up in the sky with that antenna. Boy, he's up there on that camera.
Oh yeah.
Looks like a little cockroach up on top of that antenna like that. That's like that tower. Pulls up that antenna too. Hey, 21, just for info, if you hear anybody that needing a gamma match for a super penetrator, I got one. Because when I ordered the one that was on, that I changed out, I ordered two. Because I figured I might have the same problem again with the birds in them. So if you know anybody that's saying that they need one, I got one.
Roger, well that Fireball might do. Did you change your vertical antenna out to the V5000?
Well, yes, sir. We changed it. We took, when we went out there to get it from the wind damage, it was, where the main rod connects to the mast, that thing was tore up. So we just pulled it down and changed the whole antenna out. But we bought two gamma matches when I had to order it for the bird problem. So we got a brand new one here. I think I told you the people that make that antenna, they change it out the gamma match. Now it's a much stronger one that they get.
Oh, okay.
Because all you had before was a real small rod that was real thin. But now they give you some plate that they cut out the gamma match for.
Ooh, okay. Well, what'd you do with the other antenna? Throw it in the garbage?
Yeah, once we got it down, we just took it apart and put it in the scrap heap for aluminum.
Wow. I still got one over here that I did something to. I might be interested in getting a gamma match there and trying it out again. I improved that insulator. It's got the 3 bolts in it. It's a triangular shaped ABS black plastic looking insulator that the mast goes through. Mine had cracked right there, so I came up with a way of strengthening that by using a 1.5-inch ABS coupling and a bushing to where it would have more of a surface to work on there, and then glue it together with that ABS glue. And so that was an improvement. That's a bad design right there. Because antenna moves back and forth right in there. They needed to make that thing out of Teflon instead of that black plastic that would crack.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. When I went out there, that's what was tore up. That same part you're talking about. That's the part that was tore up. And that's when I just scrapped the whole thing and put the Mako up. I'm happy with the Mako now. But that was a weak point in there. When we got that joker off of that mask, that part was full slam up.
Yeah, somebody ought to make that out of Teflon. It wouldn't mess it up then. Out of that plastic just isn't strong enough. That's the main thing right there. And you run too much on it, it can arc right there too. So they need to get something a little bit better. Teflon would be the way to go. But anyway, it costs more to have one made than it would to buy another antenna. So, the Mako, do you think it's any heavier, or what do you think?
Yeah, I think the way, they got a little ring that goes around there, and that's the gamma match, and you got the antenna connection that, that you screw on there with a copper wire that's already soldered there. I think it's a pretty good design. It seems pretty sturdy so far from what I can see up there. I kind of like it, and it's only like 2 foot shorter than the penetrator was. The penetrator SWR down at 22 feet. This thing is at 20, almost 21 feet. So it ain't much difference there.
Yeah, 410. Well, it seems to have a better support section in the center to support the vertical and the radials and all than the super penetrator design.
Yeah, a lot better. It was when we just couldn't put it together like we did the penetrator and take it up to the roof. We had to put those ground plane parts on after we got it up there.
410.
I wish I could find my new antenna I had over there in Dale Valley. Up in that gum tree where you took the top out of the gum tree and put that doggone big antenna up there. I wish I could find my new one like that.
That's the one Purple Haze had, and we was over there, and you were holding it in the backyard while we were in the house trying to set the SWR.
I think so.
Yeah, that was a V58, Mako V58.
I was talking to a damn antenna like a damn fool. I let Purple Haze have it. He said, he never be fixed. I found out, he told me a lie. He wanted that antenna.
Right.
Now, that same thing as the V5000. The only thing the V5000 has got is a better gamma match. It'll hold 5,000 watts. But the antenna is still the same as the V58. I know, that 1961, you had a bad antenna in that country. You used to live over there when I was out of Mount Pleasant. He said I was bleeding on all the cells on him or whatever. I can't believe that. I can believe it. I didn't want them to know I believe it. Because I used to tear up all them guys over in Mount Pleasant, that antenna. That's the biggest antenna I've seen in my life. Got 4 poles down on the bottom, around 8 feet long there, 21.
Yeah, 10-4. Yeah, that's they're like 8 foot something. Well, they're 108 inches there. 108. Right around 108. Quarter of a wavelength there. But anyway.
These trees on here, they ain't strong enough to hold it up there, though. Nice, you had to put a push-up pole in that damn skinny tree ass back there. To hold that antenna up on top of that tree.
Yeah, 10-4.
I know you still can buy them, can you?
What, trees?
No, the antenna.
Yeah. 15.4 is talking on one right now, except it's the upgrade version with a heavier gamma match, but it's the same design antenna.
All right, get me a little one in place and sticking them back up there in front of the fiberglass. The light comes through. There you go.
Yeah, that fiberglass antenna, it isn't grounded. People say it's grounded. It goes through a capacitor. I had lightning hit mine, you know. I had a 102-inch stainless steel whip on mine. It was over 100 feet in the air to the bottom of the IMAX 2000. I had a 102-inch stainless steel whip in there. Some guys from Canada told me that would help from having bleed over, you know. So I had it up there and was inside the house and during a lightning storm and heard something go pop. I don't know, it wasn't real bad, you know. And I looked out the window and I was sitting on the couch and the window was right there behind me. And I saw that antenna come out of the sky on fire. That 102-inch whip was on fire, and I'm not lying. And it stuck in the ground. And when I went out there after the storm, there was fiberglass snow everywhere around in the yard. And that 102-inch whip had about 3 feet blown off of it, vaporized, and it was a S-shaped and turned purple. And that antenna was blown off to the very bottom where it mounts. There was nothing left. And then I got it down and looked at it, and I found that it had that capacitor in there. If it had been direct grounded, it wouldn't have done that, see.
Now, what happened with that antenna got hit by the lightning? I turned around, put that antenna like I got in the tree over here now. I put that up there. They didn't ground it. And I think if next storm come up with it, if next door neighbor said, "Damn, that's a loud damn thing. Sound like two sticky dynamite went off back to back." Go on.
Yeah.
Did that hook from the radio stuff inside?
I had coax inside. No.
It was hooked to some radio gear inside.
No, it didn't hurt. Didn't hurt anything, and didn't get in the. It got into electrical. It got into my power line, and messed up a television that I had. I don't know how it got in there. I've got surge protectors everywhere. I've got them on inside the house, on the breaker boxes. I got them on the outside. I got them on my garage. Got them everywhere. I think it went through the ground and come up in the ground that way, but it didn't really do any damage to any of my radio stuff.
Yeah, so you had a ground wire on the antenna too?
Oh yeah, I got a 20-foot ground rod, 5/8 sectional ground rod driven in the ground over 20 feet deep, and 2-aught cable, 2-aught copper wire going all the way up to the bottom of the antenna.
That's what saved you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've got grounds, man. On my other tower, I got a ground on each leg, 10 foot in the ground with 2-aught copper going to that. Everything is grounded everywhere. I got grounds all over the place.
Ain't no lie, you got ground now. Yeah, that's good. That's what saved your stuff, I believe. You know, firecracker, he had a strike over there, and it about blew his house up.
Yeah, I remember Firecracker. I went to his house one time. Only time I've been there, I believe. I might have been there one time before that. I don't know. I think I've been there twice. One time I was there, he was pulled the coax off the back of the radio, and water was coming out of it.
That don't really surprise me. A little bit, but not that much.
Yeah, that's the first time I ever seen that. He said it was getting in at the antenna there in the tree, you know. And yeah. Well, Mr. T or Eliminator, he had a super penetrator up there, and his wasn't maybe 30 foot up off the ground, and lightning hit it and made a dent in the side of the antenna. Just dented the thing in a little bit, and burned his gamma match up. And he made another gamma match out of copper tubing.
Well, Firecracker, what he told me was stuff that since it was a fiberglass antenna, that lightning wouldn't strike it. And he didn't have no ground on it. He just figured that since it was fiberglass antenna, I think it was an Antron, or it might have been a 2000, I'm not sure, but anyway, he figured since it was fiberglass, it wouldn't strike it. Yeah, they hit them quicker though.
Yeah, because they're not grounded. They got that capacitance in there. They got a capacitor inside the base of it, and it's not a direct ground. And that's why a lot of times your metal antenna during the rainstorm, you can hear static, like, you know, from the rain. On the fiberglass antenna, you won't hear it, you know. Sometimes you hear a roaring sound when it's raining, static on that antenna, on a steel antenna, aluminum, you know. But they're direct grounded. Well, I don't see how it works, but they are. But anyway, you know, it is. But the other ones they've got that capacitor in there, and there's no way to bleed off that buildup of static, and it attracts the lightning, you know, because positive and negative opposites attract, and that lightning will come down and hit that cotton picker, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my antenna, you know what kind I got, this damn penetrator, it's got definite, when it's raining, it definitely gets static buildup in it, and every now and then it'll kind of crack and go away, you know, kind of disappear, and then it'll build back up, like in cycles.
Yeah, well, it's grounded, but if you had that the same thing on that IMAX 2000, you know, now 15.4's got a new gamma match, you know, that upgraded gamma match. I might get it. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna put this antenna back up again. If I do, it won't be as high. It's you know, higher you go, the more it's going to get damaged. If I had my way, I'd have that Vector 4000 or Sigma 4 like I used to have. I've had several of those antennas. That thing, those are awesome, but they're just too long, and the wind will tear them up.
Yeah, that's what I pulled down was a Victor 4000. Got zips in the wire. That's deer on my corn farm. But anyway, yeah, what I took down was a Victor 4000. I liked it, but it just wasn't all that wind sturdy, you know. I guess it might have been a little too high, but it ended up, it was all warped up, and I definitely could have took it apart, cleaned it up, and got it back 100%, but I replaced it instead.
Yeah, well, see, when they first come out, I had them back in the late beginning of the 80s. I had one Vonnie Sigma 4, and it was like that, except the ring around it was actually tubular. The Vector 4000 is flat, and that bends too easy. And that in that area is where those separators, the three separators, hold that vertical straight up, you know. And when the wind gets on it, that Vector 4000, I've seen that thing bend to where that the center radial sticking straight up would touch the inside of the ring, bend way over there, and those cheapy plastic supports would snap. But the Vonnie Sigma 4, theirs was made out of fiberglass, and the circular thing, the ground part, what do you call it, the reflector, whatever it is, the ground radio thing, was tubular, not flat, and it wouldn't bend like that, the Serio version.
Roger. Was it 7/8 or 3/4 way? Because that damn 4000, the first one I had, the only one I had, I pulled it back down and rebuilt it one time, straightened things out and fixed stuff and put it back up. But anyway, that was a 7/8 wave antenna.
Yeah, the one I had was 31 foot long.
Yeah, same here. Yep. Yeah, 7/8 wave. And then, so when I went to, get a new one, I got looking at them, and they're 3/4 wave now. If you can still get one of those, I'm not sure because it's been a while. But so instead of that, I replaced it with the penetrator. But I think the penetrator might be a little stronger in the wind, but it ain't perfect.
Well, the reason I wanted that Vector, the one I had, is that you could. I took that gamma match that was a 2,000 watt gamma match. It said it would take 3,000, and what you call it, 3,000 pulse or whatever, but you couldn't hold it on there. So I took a Mako 10,000 watt gamma match and put on mine, and it would handle whatever the coax could handle, and that's what I had on mine was a Mako 10 kW big old gamma match on there.
Roger, I was trying to think about if the gamma match was a little old thing at the bottom that you could adjust in and out or whatever on that one. It had a different gamma match from any other antenna I've had.
Yeah, it was just like a one on a beam, more or less something like that, except it had it was a little difference, but it was basically it was just a capacitor. I mean, and you adjust it that way. You could slide the ring up and down on the gamma match and the connection to the mast, and set your SWR that way, sliding it up and down on that. And the way that the Mako did, you could do it two different ways. You could slide the gamma match in and out, and then you could slide the bracket up and down. So you could double up and down on it to where, I don't know, it would be more broadbanded, but I never could really get it to be that broadbanded. It actually liked it on certain frequencies more than it did on others.
Yeah, I adjusted mine to, I used to work on, 27465, I think it was. It's back in the day, and I had the antenna adjusted to that pretty much. It worked good there.
10-4. Is there still anybody on Skip on 27.555 or 525 or whatever it is up there, the international Skip channel?
I'm not sure. I hadn't really been on the radio that much lately.
Yeah, I got to check that back out again. And I have to go to Crazy Man's house to do it there because I don't have any radios over here that don't do anything, But, I'm all legal. But anyway.
Okay. What is that you want to?
I saw that guy, Not Ranger, saw it on eBay. 12.2 now. 12.2 3500Z box.
What?
Yeah, 12.2. It's got 8 in it right now. And it's a 2-piece deal. And 12.2 3500Z. Some guy out of Louisiana is selling it.
The hell do you plug that into? A generator?
I don't know. I think he said you need a 75 amp breaker to run it. But I don't know.
I ain't seen his name, Bill. 75 amp breaker means the wire as big as your finger.
Hang on a minute. Break.
Go ahead.
No, there's somebody way out there. Hello, come in. I don't have anything much on tonight there, so they probably won't hear me, but they're out there. Where y'all fellas at out there? Come on.
I just got in from auction and I'm bought my grandson some and I did listen to them gators there on the way home from that auction there. Laughing my ass all the way there. I think Louisiana was pretty real.
Break.
He was talking back to you.
Break. He's talking about going to the auction there and something about Louisiana football game or something. Those might be some of those guys up there around Florence, or might be Knee-High, one of them up there.
I was coasting. How about it, Knee-High? You in there?
Hold on a minute. Can you hear the guy talking? He's gonna make me hook up something now. I don't feel like messing with it though. Now it's getting late.
Ain't gonna take but a minute.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, he wasn't digging around in there with a fireball. Just come back in the room. He was a muddy duck. He needed a whole lot more than tentacles and testicles that while ago. And now you're back in there. What'd you do? You on a beam or something? Yeah, it's all about you. That's what I had to damn put this beam up just so I could keep up with you. I don't know what the hell you got going on over there. Yeah, I'm just chilling out. I'm just giving you a hard time, man. You ought to be able to take it. You can show hand it out. No, I mean, seriously, you was in the mud a while ago, man. You was down there, like, right there, you was down in the mud. And then you come back. You mean like this? And then that? Yeah, something like that. It wasn't quite like this, or this, It was like that. And then, all of a sudden, it was like that, Well, you got a copy on me anyway, right? I don't need it. Yeah, but I can be sloshing around in the mud, I can tell you that mud grippers on there, but it's making all that sloshing in there, You make me want a beer. Go get you a Bud one. Not go further in and get one. I'm not talking way out there. Damn, that's one of those smart radios too, ain't You shall who? Walker will get back. He can fix me up something for my Ranger radio over here now. I got that fixed.
Break. Trying to get way out there. Who's that way out there? Y'all around Florence? Where y'all at there? Come on. Break, 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 break. They can't hear me.
Yeah, they can. They're coming back.
I just hear something about they were talking back to each other, but I never heard them answer me back. Break, break, break.
Think that when you get your beans back in there.
Yeah, well, I just it didn't feel like hooking up anything. I just got a little small thing going on over here.
You want to arm me?
Yeah, Roger.
I sure hope that's receive only.
Yeah, receive only there. Break, 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 break. Break, break, break. Hello, 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 break, break.
Don't broke the darn thing. What you want that for?
I can't get them.
Can't be either.
I'm thinking about taking those beams, being that Skip isn't in right now, and while I got it down, it's rotating the mast on it and making it vertical instead of being horizontal. Because if I had it on that, I know it'd really be great, but I don't know if I can do it or not. I have to look and see. I can't remember if I got something in the. I had to do something else with it. I got that vertical piece. I can't do it.
I'm always one time before you had them beans up in there, every damn sticking area out there keep coming at you.
Yeah, well, that was on the flat side. They were, Skip out there then. But for talking distance, like ground wave, I need the vertical. I had it when I had to shoot stars up there till they crashed onto the ground. But I like these beams here. I mean, I can talk to them mainly if I got the Omni here. If I put enough power on them, I can, sometimes get them. But it's not always. They're not always out there, so it'll be all right.
Your beam is flat side only?
Yeah, 10-4. One I built a flat side. I took a super laser and made it flat side.
That's a long damn beam, too. Good God Almighty, long.
I took that quad reflector off the back and made just regular, reflector like the rest of the beam. I didn't want to put that reflector, wire reflector on the back.
Then you gotta get you a 22 valve and put that thing on the end of it. Nobody can hear you shoot it.
What's that, for the buzzards?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. I got that high-powered pellet rifle with a scope on it. I can get them with that, too.
When you think about it, you set it vertical, they catch hell landing on that.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah. They'll do it, though. They'll land in the middle of it or whatever. But, yeah, they did that on my shooting stars. They bent the first two down, looked like a Joe gun, but it never did hurt it.
Hey, after this is all right, I'm going to start building antenna scarecrows. They'll be on the market by the end of the month, Roger.
That's what you're going to call it, the scarecrow?
Antenna scarecrows.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought about getting one of those hoot owl-like things from Tractor Supply and tying it on there, but I didn't want to do it. It might not, probably wouldn't do nothing. It might not.
You got a picture of Crazy Man 21?
I've never been able to get one to take right.
Damn. See, that's what I was going to do, kind of. That's how I was going to design it, where it would look like Crazy Man, and we'd have him sitting up there on top of the antenna.
I don't know if I'd rather have him up there or a buzzard up there.
Wait. Just break his damn neck and break your damn wings off to try to get away from me. Crazy man like that. Make it up your face and got a that'll be one anyway. That's scam to death.
Yeah, crazy man, but that's why I want to put him on top of that antenna so I can hear him. And put him on top of that antenna, I can hear him. The crazy man knows I'm picking on him.
I ain't worried about that. I think that all my life. I used to it, though. Got black, got used to it. Paying no attention. It's all in fun. That's worth the CB's for.
Well, we can make one that looks like me and put me up there. But I was trying, I didn't want to kill the damn buzzards. You know, if they see me, they might fall out the hood, Roger.
Well, you'd be on one side of the beams and I'd be on the other side. We'd be pulling balls back and forth. One of them will hit one of the buzzards.
So they're protected. I'm off, so I say we put crazy man up there. He just scare them off. They see me, it'd kill them.
I don't know. I might have to beat you to it, though, man.
Yeah, you shoot one of them, it's $1,000, and they might put you in jail. But what I got is a piece of 1/2-inch conduit sitting in the ground, ready, and I got these bottle rockets about the size of a quarter in diameter, drop down in there, and they fire up there and explode right up there by them. Man, they get out of there.
Yeah, I remember when you did that. Watch them buzzards try to break the damn neck, try to get out of there.
That's what it was. When I just shot about 4 or 5 of them last week. I'm sure glad you told me that. I guess I may be expected to be going to jail sometime. They showed me right.
Well, don't tell anybody that don't like you that you've done it, because you can't even pick a buzzard up out of the road and say, well, I want to get a feather off of that buzzard. Somebody that don't like you could turn you in if they really wanted to, and say that you had some feathers off a buzzard. The man would come to your house.
I can't argue on that. Well, I ain't being a lie. I sure shot down about 4 or 5 of them last week. Well, week 4 last week.
Yeah, they're birds of prey, just like an eagle or an osprey or what you call it, a hawk. I don't know why, but they are, and they're protected. And so, it just depends on who wants you and who don't. If they want to make a big deal out of it, they'll get you.
I know you're right. You got a bunch of them over to Bushy Park up on top of them damn big tall power lines over there. You got nests and everything on there.
I don't think it's a bird of prey now. It's a vulture. But it is on the protected species, Roger.
10-4, yeah. Well, only thing I can tell you is if you don't think they're a bird of prey, you get unconscious and fall on the ground and stay there a while, you'll find out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think a bird of prey, like an eagle or any kind of hawk or something like that, they after something that's moving normally. The buzzards after something that's if it ain't dead, it's gonna be dead. Yeah, pretty soon it's dying. Hey, how about a cemetery named Buzzard's Roost down there on Highway 17 between Jacksonville and Green Pond?
I know you're right.
Always noticed it. But talking about buzzards, there's a cemetery on the road there, and it's called the Buzzard's Roost Cemetery. Ain't that a hell of a name for a cemetery?
There's a Buzzard's Roost Marina on Stone Hill River.
Yeah, I helped build that marina, believe it or not. Back in the day, the gas lines and the oil lines and all going from that used to be a big tank over there. We ran them all out there to the dock and everything whenever Harry Brunson bought that from the yacht club.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I worked for them for 11 years.
Yeah, but hey, where they gonna bury you when you die? Well, they gonna bury me at the Buzzard's Roost Cemetery.
They gonna burn me.
They're going to screw me in the ground.
Oh, don't know nothing about it. Spirit, the only thing you thought was the soul, and your soul going around, you'll never feel it. Yep, I got a plot and stuff, up there, and we got a family plot and all that, but shit, I don't give a damn. I think it's a waste of money, if you ask me. Now, I never felt that way when family members passed away. Let's spend money on them, but with me, it's a waste of money, I'm good. I don't give a shit what you do with me. You take me down there and dump me in there. So if you want to, you can burn me up and dump my ashes in there. Whatever. No, we don't want your ass in the head of stuff. Oh yeah, I want to be right over there so I can come up there and climb up the fireball every time he gets in the water. No, man, you might poison the fish. Oh, no. Y'all ain't right. He's already poisoned. There's enough damn mud ducks over here already. Lord have mercy. God love you, brother. Let me see here. I got a message. Let me see what this was. Bobby says tell Fireball to shut up. I say right now. We standing by nothing. What nothing? Roger. Now I got something I'm thinking about getting rid of. Somebody sent me a message about it there. Let me see what we got going on here.
Hey, I got to get out of here. I got to go get ready for the old Tube Radio Network. Old Tube Radio Network there coming on at 11. So I really enjoyed it, man. We'll do it again. Yeah, that's a Crazy Man 15-4 Fireball, a Maverick, and whoever else is out there, man. We'll catch y'all later.
I said I want to catch you sometime tomorrow. My grandmother do the same thing. Get the heck out of here. Get between my seats and give me a good night's sleep. I don't want to have that night. Fireball, Maverick, 15-4, anybody else out there I ain't get. There's no buzzers over here. We going 10-7. All right, youngins, we enjoyed it too. Fireball standing by. 21, that's something that was on the CB. You tell us on the internet.
What's that there, Maverick?
Tube Radio Network. That's on the CB and on the internet. You tell about.
It's on the internet. All you got to do is Google Old Tube Radio Network. Old Tube Radio Network. It says it's on channel 11 out of California, and you can watch it. And they show you old radios that the guys have. The guy, Dennis at the control station, you can see him, and the guys, you can hear them, and he'll show pictures of the radios that they have. They may be talking on anything, General MC-12s or Brown and Golden Eagles or Trams or anything like that. It's just old tube radios there, Roger.
Oh, okay, Temple. I didn't know if it was something else on the radio. Yeah, all right, man. I'm going to get back over here and take care of this message. Have a good night, 21. Enjoy the shoulder. And Crazy Man, get you later. And I'll catch you back here. If you ain't going nowhere, I'll catch you back here. I'm going to Fireball. Let me see what I got here.
Cool.
Okay, catch you all right. We going now. All right, Crazy Man. We enjoyed it. It's been fun, and we got to run too. We put it on you guys later. Fireball, Maverick, 21, Crazy Man. We can do it again. 15-4. I'm ready to go.
Bum.
15-4, you better behave yourself, huh?
And Bullseye.
15-4.
Good night, Bullseye. Good night, Bullseye. Bullseye, I didn't know you two in there. I want to say good night to you too.
73 to Crazy Man.
We're going between your seats. My eyes start falling down. So it's at the top of the deal. we've been looking for.
See you later, Bones. We're going 10-7.
Okay, then, hey, anybody else for that 45 or number 3 out there tonight? Don't went over to number 3's house and watching some kind of boxing. Yeah, that's what 45 was telling me earlier today, that they were going to be watching a fight tonight.